long. Not bad for an artist who didn't get into the business until well into her 40s. Sherry Dean reports.
Come next Monday, I'm gonna give up on you.
Katie Oslin may sing about giving up on a lover, but she's never given up on herself and her talent. And that's how she's been able to achieve what many would have considered the impossible. 2.5 years ago, at the age of 46, she became a country music star with her first album, 80s Ladies.
I didn't pay any attention to any of the rules, and like I said, I had something that made me unique, my writing.
That first album won her a Grammy for Best Country Vocal Performance, and it went platinum. Her second album, This Woman, also went platinum. And her new album, Love in a Small Town, is heading that way. After just 3 weeks in release, it's #7 on Billboard's country chart. And the first single, Come Next Monday, has already been #1.
Come next Monday, I'm gonna bed early.
KT was born in Arkansas and raised in Texas. But her success as a country music diva comes after more than 20 years of struggling as a performer and actress in the theater and in commercials in New York City.
I was plodding along, I was doing some acting, the theater thing wasn't really appealing to me, and I was given a piano, and really just sort of in killing time, I started writing. Something I had never done. It really just was for my own amusement and for my friends. You know, they'd come over, they'd go, you know, that's really a nice song. I go, yeah, it is. And I'd think, well, my friends, of course, they're going to say that.
Well, thanks to that encouragement and perseverance, Katie Oslin is one of the biggest stars on RCA Records' roster. Oslin would eventually like to get back to acting, perhaps do a movie. But right now she has one other goal. On her new album, there's a song called Cornell Crawford, inspired by graffiti on a bathroom wall in South Carolina, which said,
I ain't never gonna love nobody but Cornell Crawford. And it instantly brought a picture of two people that I was fascinated with. I would like to know if y'all are still together, if indeed you do still love nobody but him.
So Cornell, if you're out there, drop KT a line. Sherry Dean, CNN Entertainment News, New York.
Guest is not only a Grammy Award-winning singer, but an outstanding songwriter as well, performing a song she co-wrote called Come Next Monday from her new album, Love in a Small Town. This is Katie Oslin.
Next Monday, go to bed early. Won't talk dirty for a week or two. Going on a diet, just like sugar, honey. Come next Monday, I'm gonna give up on you. I'm giving it up. X-ray show some excess baggage. Too much work for a little hard to do. Self-denial, never easy, baby. Come next Monday, I'm gonna give up on you. Ain't gonna call you after a day or two. Ain't gonna miss you, honey. And even if I do, I'll never tell you. You'll never ever know how hard it is to let you go. But come next Monday, I'm a little bit stronger. Some of the Mondays that I've been through, gonna miss you, honey. And even if I do, I never tell you. You'll never ever know how hard it is to let you go. Come next Monday, I'm gonna bed early, baby. I won't talk dirty for a week or maybe two. I'm going on a diet, just like sugar, honey. Come next Monday, I'm gonna give up on you. I'm giving it up. Come next Monday, I'm gonna give up on you. Giving it up, I'm giving it up. Gonna come next Monday, Mom, I'm gonna give up on you. I'm giving it up. Come next Monday, I'm gonna give up on you. Giving it up, I'm giving it up. Honey, come next Monday. Oh, baby, I'm giving up on you. I'm giving it up. Honey, come next Monday. Oh, baby, I'm giving up on you. I'm giving you up.
I think actually that top could sell a few albums.
Yeah.
Do people comment on your gloves?
Yes, they worry about my gloves.
Why?
They think there's something wrong with my hands.
Oh.
One tacky person says, oh, she's hiding liver spots. You see what we have to put up with?
I think it's kind of sexy and exotic.
What,
you know?
liver spots?
Yes.
Oh,
I just love it. Ooh, nice liver spot. No, I think gloves, it's kind of, you know.
yeah, it is. You kind of feel,
Yeah, you know.
yeah.
The gloves work with that top you're wearing.
Oh,
Casey.
thanks. Yeah, that's, for you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Boy, the song you just did,
Yes?
it's about someone who just will wait till some other day to do it. You know, what they call that procrastinating?
Procrastinators, yes. Actually, she's going to start it on Monday. I think we start all that stuff on Monday. We're going to go on our diet on Monday. We're going to start, you know, doing everything perfect on Monday and get rid of that guy that's been bothering you on Monday. Of course, there's the weekend to get through, and then Monday comes around, you go, well, you know, maybe next Monday would be a better time. So that's what that's about.
Now, are you a procrastinator, and how disciplined is KT Oslin?
I'm not disciplined at all. I go through spurts like everybody, and I'm real good, and then I'm just a mess.
Yeah. What are you real disciplined about? What are you anal about in your life?
Not missing meals. It's
Oh,
important. I'm pretty straight on about my work. You know, I believe in being on time. I believe in being prepared. I believe in being thorough about my work.
yeah. Yeah. This song has a, I shouldn't say strange, but the video for this song surprised me.
Yeah.
You know, I won't call it strange. Can we show them just a little bit of it?
Sure.
And then we'll talk about it. Sandy, you got just a piece of it?
Come next Monday, go to bed early. I won't talk dirty for a week or two. I'm on a diet, just like sugar, honey. Come next Monday, I'm gonna give up on you.
Now, how did you connect Frankenstein and procrastinating?
Here's the deal. Jack Cole has directed all of my videos, except one.
And he was going to do this one. We had a very straight idea for it, but it was going to end up being a 2-day shoot, and I didn't have the time. So he said, let me rethink it. And he called me back a couple of days later, and he says, what would you think if we ripped off? Because the front of it is a setup of me talking and saying, look, we don't have a video. We tried to get it together. We don't have one. I'm going to play the song for you and see if you like it and tell you what we would have done. And I do the setup, and all of a sudden, magically, the whole thing takes place. So we ripped off sort of Woody Allen and The Bride of Frankenstein just as a hoot. I mean, Jack is really wild and he's very creative, and it has nothing to do with the song. But we just stepped out a little bit. Country videos can be pretty literal. Mm-hmm. I'm sad in the field, and therefore you're standing in the field looking sad, you know. A lot of pickup trucks and a lot of forlorn looks. So we said, let's don't do that. So we just walked out a little bit. We just won an award for it, as a matter of fact.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. You have another hit. You have, this is the album, by the way, and you have a song on this album called Still on My Mind.
Yeah.
And
Did that hit home or something?
Well, yeah, after you tell them what it's about, I bet it hit home for a lot of people. I mean, we all do that sometimes. Explain it. And is it from your life?
Well, that one is. That's the third song I ever wrote. It's the first ballad I wrote. Wrote it back in about 1978. And I actually did call upon, you know, a sort of a memory of mine. I think everybody has somebody in their life that they didn't quite get over. Mm-hmm. So this woman, the first line of the song is, got my lips on the bottle, hands on the phone, calling everybody, nobody's home. Whenever I occasionally take a drink or something, I get on the phone and call people I went to 3rd grade with. Yeah. Hi, what are you doing? And so that's what she sort of did, and she sort of was thinking about calling him up.
Yeah. And this situation in your life, was it just some guy that you, was it the first guy? Mm-hmm. It was the first guy?
Mm-hmm.
Really? And when I say the first, I mean...
My first love,
mm-hmm.
yes. Mm-hmm. I was about 19 when I knew him.
Yeah, and you called him when his wife answered, and you said...
No, I didn't actually call him. I thought about it.
Mm.
Then I passed out.
Yeah?
No, that gone.
Well, thanks for stopping by again, and you're welcome here anytime you feel like singing.
Well, thank you. I always love to come see your show.
Love in a Small Town. KT Oslin. I'll be there, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, now, all right, youngsters, settle down. Never one to renege on a promise. Here they are. Brian Manilow, KT Oslin.
Hello, Barry.
Hi, Kate.
How you doing?
I'm in the mood. Are you in the mood?
I'm getting there. But you know,
Yeah.
I really can't stay.
But baby, it's cold outside.
I've got to go away.
Baby, it's cold outside.
This evening has
Been hoping that you
so
drop in.
very nice.
I'll hold your hands. They're just like
My
ice.
mother will start to
Beautiful. What's your
and
hurry?
father will be pacing the floor.
Listen to the fireplace
So,
roar.
really, I'd better scurry.
Beautiful. Please don't.
Well, maybe just half a drink more.
Put some records on while I
The
pull.
neighbors might think.
Baby, it's bad out there.
Say, what's in this drink?
No cabs to be had out there.
Well, I wish I knew how
eyes are like starlight now.
to break the spell.
I'll take your hat. Your hair looks swell.
I ought to say no, 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 no.
Mind if I move in closer?
At least I'm gonna say that I tried.
What's the sense of hurting my pride? Baby, don't hold out, but it's cold outside.
Well, honey buns, it's been fun, but I really gotta run.
Sweet lips. Come on, stay a little while longer, won't you?
No, it's really late. I really have to go.
Oh, look at the weather. You'll catch a cold, and I'd never forgive myself.
Oh, you.
Come on, one more drink.
Well,
Come on, come on.
I really must go.
Baby, it's cold outside.
The answer is no.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Oh, but the welcome has been
How lucky that you
so
dropped in.
nice.
Look out the window at that storm.
My sister will be
Gosh,
suspicious.
your lips look delicious.
My brother will be there at the
Like
door.
waves upon a tropical
You
storm.
know, my maiden aunt's mind is positively
Gosh, your
vicious.
lips are delicious.
Maybe just a cigarette more.
Never such a blizzard before.
Hey, I gotta go home.
Baby, it freeze out there.
See, Barry, could you lend me your comb?
It's up to your knees out there.
Well, you've really been
I thrill when you hold my
grand.
hand.
Don't you see?
How can you do this thing to
There's
me?
bound to be talk
Think
tomorrow.
of my lifelong sorrow.
At least there will be plenty
If you
implied.
caught pneumonia and
I really can
get
stay.
over and hold out.
Oh, but it's outside. Well, my mother has all your albums, and you're a sharp dresser, baby.
Look at there. Look at you two. You look like you're singing investment bankers. And you have a new album?
Yes,
Here it is
I
right
do.
Here. And here's
Mine's
Barry.
bigger,
Oh, look,
I
they're
see.
kissing. Oh, look at it. Oh, that's the new album here.
How did you manage to get the
You got a
last
real
two
album. This is one of
albums?
those goofy CD things.
I know, it's
But don't they
pitiful.
sound great?
They
What?
sound good, but
CDs
The
sound
goofy
great.
CDs? Yes, they do. Country does not make albums anymore. They do not make
everything's CD, huh? Love in a Small Town is the name, right?
It is.
Now, that's a new look for you. Look, this is all kind of
Well,
90s, a new thing.
yes, one has to move on, doesn't one?
One does.
I've discovered catalog shopping. Hi, Doc. How are you doing?
I'm just
He's-
fine.
He and I shop at the same catalog.
You get your gloves at the same place.
Yes, we
Yeah.
do.
Now, you've been traveling on the road a lot, doing the whole
I
thing?
have actually been off the road, but I've been traveling promoting this goofy CD.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was just in New York and doing a little babbling about that.
Now tell me about something was on 2020. I did not see it. Someone said they saw
Yes.
an old commercial. What is that? You know what I'm talking about?
They did a thing on me, and they intercut a commercial that I had done on a roller coaster for false teeth adhesive. And I had the false teeth, and they didn't stay in. I mean, they did stay in, thanks to this thing. I mean, I don't have false teeth. I did in the
Of
commercial.
course not. No.
And so they showed parts of that commercial. It was the last commercial that I did, and then I decided to become a singer.
Now, how would you get picked for a false? Now, I thought Truth in Advertising, don't they have to have some with real false teeth?
They used to. In fact, it was so explicit that in order to do a headache commercial, you had to have a headache.
Really? You're getting one now. Are you going to do the commercial?
No, yeah, you used to do, but not anymore. They don't make you do that
Oh,
anymore.
so
No.
Well, how did your teeth stay in? Well, of course they're going to stay in. They're real teeth.
Well, they're
so the stuff-
implanted, yeah.
So the
they
stuff
did
works
that.
great. Yeah.
The trouble was keeping the food down.
Keeping the food down?
Well, 22 rides on a roller coaster
Oh, I
at the
see.
age of 43 was not exactly my idea of a great time.
Now, success came a little bit later for you. Would you
It
say,
did,
probably?
yes.
Did you ever worry, think, uh-oh, gosh, is it going to happen or no?
I believe it's called suicidal.
Suicidal.
Yes, yes, I spent about a year in my bathrobe. I had one record deal and it didn't go anywhere, and I thought, well, you get one shot and that's it. So I sort of backed off, but then I thought, well, they don't know anything, so I came back with a vengeance, and it worked.
Seems to have worked out, huh?
Yeah, it did.
Worked out terrific. How about Christmas? What do you... Any plans? What are you doing for Christmas? Any plans
Plans
for the
for
holiday?
Christmas?
Sure.
I loathe Christmas.
Oh, good. Well, that's... Remember, you only get one shot, and that'll pretty much put you out of business.
No, I always kind of...
Now, that'll work good in the Middle East. Say that on your Middle East tour, but...
Well, it's all right. It's not my favorite holiday. I think it's gotten pushed way out of what it's supposed to be. And everybody races around and spends too much money and tries to have fun. And I usually get in the spirit about 2 hours before the event. And I go, oh, I should have bought everyone in the Western Hemisphere a present. And I get into it. But
Flag Day is a good holiday.
Flag Day is very good.
Well, terrific. This is the song, Love in a Small Town, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Be
It's
right
good
back
to see you.
right after this. Good to see you again. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, two of my guests gave me stuff, so they'll be back real soon. No, listen. I want to thank Barry Manilow. This is the new Christmas album. Because it's Christmas, Barry, thank you very much. Katie Oslin, this is a new CD, Love in a Small Town. New hair, new gloves. New woman, ladies and gentlemen.
And Katie Oslin. Singing about love, country style. All that and more on CBS This Morning.
Gonna bed early. I won't talk dirty for a week or two.
The country sound of Katie Oslin.
Welcome back to CBS This Morning. I'm Harry Smith.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paula Zahn.
And I'm Mark McEwen. Now, Harry and I met Paula a couple of years, met KT a couple of years
We
ago.
kind of look alike, don't we?
The first time we met her, we both called her KT Olsen. Remember that? Since then, she's won 3 Grammy Awards. She's won 4 Country Music Association Awards, including Female Vocalist of the Year. She has a new album out already. One of the singles has gone to #1. We're going to talk with her and hear her sing this morning.
All right. Thank you, Mark.
Now love's a scary thing to think of. Oh, I didn't expect it to go down this way. Been dating for years, honey, that ain't natural.
And it's 14 minutes before the hour right now. Katie Oslin was 43 before she left a Broadway chorus to become a bright new star of country music. But she's made up for the lost time with 2 platinum albums and a batch, that is, of Grammys. Katie Oslin's newest album is Love in a Small Town, and she sang one of those small town love songs when she stopped by to talk with Mark.
Katie, good to see you again, as always.
Yes, indeed.
Well, it's been a little while, boy, since we first met. This is your 3rd album that's out now, Love in a Small Town. When we spoke together back in, I guess, August or so, you gave me the feeling this was a tough album to get together. Was it?
Well, no, it wasn't. It was tough to get started on it. I came off the road last year, kind of a wild thing, and so I backed off, and I said, you got to give me a little time to just sort of become human again. And it took a few months to do that, and then I started to work on the album. And it actually only took me a couple of months, and then 2 weeks to record it, and boom, it's out. People think I've been working on it for 2 years. That's not true.
Okay, well, let me show them, see if they can get a shot of this right here.
Jules.
This is a little fan that you have. It says KT on the top, little glove thing going on right there. And there's the gloves right there. Let me ask you a question. The songs that you have on the album, you write the songs on the album. People in country music tend to use songs that everybody else has written. You don't. Why?
Well, it gives me more control, and it gives me a way of expressing something that I would do uniquely rather than just gathering up a bunch of songs. If I had to compete that way, I'm afraid I'd never make it. I ain't young, I ain't pretty, and I ain't the very fabulous, most fabulous singer in the world, but I can put across my own thoughts in music in a way that nobody else can, so that's what makes it work.
Something we were talking about earlier, you say that, I said, how's your love life? You said, eh.
There ain't no love.
What is different for a man going out on the road, becoming a star, and a woman going out on the road and becoming a star in terms of meeting people?
For men, it becomes a candy store. There are literally, I'll take that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and come on, we'll all go out and see a movie and run around. For women, the men are just not that demonstrative as fans. They don't come up and approach you. They also can't approach you. You're surrounded by security and you're sort of kept away from people. You don't have a listed phone number and you go, hey, I need a date for Friday night. I know, KT Oslin would be good. Hi, Kay, you don't know me, but I'd like to go out. So indeed, there are no honeys. I work real hard and I don't think about it, but every now and then I think about it.
Well, you're going to...
And thanks for bringing it up, Mark. I'm so depressed now to go
Well, you've
home.
got a song that you're going to sing, Mary and Willie, which is a little bit about kind of...
They don't have love either.
Well, KT, Love in a Small Town is the name of the album. Always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you, my
Would you
dear.
sing for us, please?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. KT Oslin.
This is the story of Mary and Willie. Modern lovers who never met. They're both looking for that perfect love. Neither one's found it yet. You see, Willie wants his women beautiful. Willie don't want 'em at all. If Willie can't have a beauty on his own, Willie stays home, Willie drinks beer, Willie watches ball. That's why Willie ain't got no woman. Let's see why Mary ain't got no man. Mary ain't got no woman. Mary ain't got no man. Let's take a look at old hard-working Mary. She's got a little business and it's doing well. She says her working life is heaven. Her personal life is hell. Well, maybe Mary's much too choosy. She might wind up alone. If Mary can't have Mr. Perfect on her arm, everybody else is wrong, and Mary ain't got no one to call her baby. Well, ain't got no shoulder to lean on. Nothing ordinary is gonna do for Willie or Mary. That's why Willie ain't got no woman, and that's why Mary ain't got no man. Oh, you know, Willie ain't got no woman, and Mary ain't got no man. I feel sorry for Willie. I feel sorry for Mary too. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Good evening, I'm Hugh Downs.
And I'm Barbara Walters, and this is 2020.
From ABC News, around the world and into your home, the stories that touch your life. This is 2020 with Hugh Downs and Barbara Walters.
Grammy winner, Miss K.T. Oslin.
I love performing. I love it. I love it.
Would you like to go?
K.T. Oslin, a country music sensation. Started at middle age, measured the odds and beat them. Now she's on top. But she never married, has no children. Yet tonight, she tells Bob Brown she has it all. K.T. Oslin, tough and tender.
But first, singer K.T. Oslin.
But I will swear that I love you forever.
Her fans adore her, and you'll see why. She started her career at an age when many performers are planning comebacks. Bob Brown's report next.
2020, brought to you by Subaru.
She didn't lip-sync her way to stardom. She doesn't perform in her underwear. Singer K.T. Oslin made it to the top just by being herself. And in the process, she has redefined the image and the message of the female country singer. And at a point in life when many singers are packing it in, K.T. Oslin packs them in, wins Grammys, and even as we speak has a #1 single. Bob Brown has a profile that should delight her fans and will probably add to their numbers.
I got 2 pictures in my billboard of you.
Oh, you do?
And I ever hit the lotto out here, I'll tell you what, you're going to get a lot of money from it.
Playing the lotto might not sound like such bad odds to K.T. Oslin.
Thank you, Harold. You're wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you still get a thrill when you see me coming up the hill?
To get this far, she's already beaten some of the worst odds a singer could face.
Whisper the name just to bring a little comfort to
Oslin didn't become a singing star with hits like 80s Ladies, Hold Me, and Come Next Monday until she had already reached her mid-40s, an age when she wasn't exactly viewed as a prime investment in the record industry.
I guess what I'm asking is, do you still love me, do you?
You got to figure they take about 5 years to develop an act. Well, if you're 45 years when you start out, that means you're 50 when you're peaking. And most people, you know, business people are not going to say, well, yeah, that's a good investment. There were people that were listening to my demo tape and saying, this is the best stuff I've heard in 10 years. She's too old. And they thought I was 10 years younger than I am. And it made me dig in even harder just to prove that they were wrong. I was supposed to be the old dame, the dark horse.
This dark horse now travels in the lead of a 2-bus caravan that takes her and her band from show to show. She is unmarried, has no children. Her role models were 2 working women, her mother and grandmother. Her father died when she was 5. Oslin keeps the closest company and does the most housekeeping with her 12-year-old dog, Vinny, who gets to hear all the good reviews.
She's not going to play the unreachable star like most theatrically inclined pop divas. She's going to play parts that intersect with life as her listeners know it. It's true. When I get the look going and the whole persona, I am very definitely K.T. Oslin. She is just, oh my God, she's terrifying. She's just really very strong and very straight ahead and just unflappable.
Is that different from
me now? Sure. I'm less K.T. Oslin off stage than just K. Oslin. That T did an enormous thing.
3-time Grammy winner, Miss K.T. Oslin.
I had to be different.
Hey, Bobby, would you like to go for a ride in the country? I'm celebrating. You see the 4-wheel beauty you're leaning on. all that finally belongs to me.
What made Oslin most different was an assertively female point of view that sometimes offended country music traditionalists.
And I never picked the boy up at his own front door. Be red letter day if you come out and play in the country with me.
In this song called Hey Bobby, it's the woman who's picking up a date in her brand new four-wheel drive.
We'll ride a little ways in a 299 to a lovely little spot I found.
Only when I could step out and express myself did I become unique. There are a million pretty singers. A million. Sing great. Look great. What's the big deal? You know, am I going to get up there and try to compete with that?
Drinking champagne toast in a plastic cup.
What she was doing all those years before she became a star was also about as far as you can get from the traditional backgrounds of country musicians. Years before she put the T in the middle of her name, Kay Oslin went to New York City from Texas after working in the chorus of a road company of Hello Dolly.
I felt like, oh my God, here I am now. I was the best one in the high school play in Cut and Shoot, Texas, you know, and now here I'm up here competing with the biggies.
She found chorus work in several Broadway shows, and as she hung on in New York for 20 years, living in cramped apartments in this Upper West Side neighborhood, she earned the better part of her living by working as an actress in commercials, which, as we saw on a visit to a favorite flea market in her old neighborhood, still brings her some recognition.
Are you an actress? I'm not an actress, I'm a singer, but I do remember you. We used to go out for commercials together.
Yeah? And who got them? You with that pretty nose.
No. No, you got them, in fact.
What were some of the better commercials you did?
I still remember one of the commercials word for word.
Which one?
When my husband has a hemorrhoid flare-up, you'd think he was a bear. Hold box up. More doctors recommend blank than any other hemorrhoid preparation. It soothes.
That was you.
A woman in my position can't worry about hold.
And then another good one was on a roller coaster for false teeth. Adhesive. At the time, I was probably 43. And then I rode a roller coaster for 22 rides in a row. And I said, I've got to get another job. I have to become a country singer.
Come next Monday, gonna bed early. Won't talk dirty for a week or two. Going on a diet.
She did get a tryout with Elektra Records in 1983, but when she came out with titles like Clean Your Own Tables, they dropped her.
I'm giving it up.
That led to a serious depression and a serious weight gain.
X-rays show some excessive baggage. Too much work for a little hard to do.
They just didn't know what to do with me. And quite honestly, I didn't know what to do with me either, and they let me go. I went into a real tailspin. I literally spent a year in my bathrobe. If I wasn't going to auditions, I went home and I put on my bathrobe and I stayed in. I was too depressed. I was genuinely, clinically depressed. I got real fat. But finally you go, okay, I've groveled around down here now. I've beaten myself up enough. I do not believe that I am the one at fault. I think they're at fault. I don't think they appreciate me, and I'm going to show them. I'm going to get even with them.
Next Monday, I'm a little bit stronger.
And I sat down and I thought about it. I said, it's business. Do it in a business fashion. Don't do it from your heart. Be businesslike. These people are business people. They ain't creative, they're business. So be business.
What finally created a demand for what K.T. Oslin had to offer was a demo tape she made on borrowed money and got into the hands of the right business person, an RCA executive who was willing to take a chance on her. Her first album, a platinum hit called 80s Ladies, immediately defined her niche in country music. Now, if you compared yourself to a typical image of a female country artist, what would the differences be?
I just have that sort of strange big city edge to me as well as the other thing, you know. I know about Hush Puppies, but I also know about Baba Ganoush, too, you know.
Oslin doesn't mind being seen without her hair done, without makeup, under nothing but the dull olive light that filters through the tinted window of her bus. That's one reason why the road crew nicknamed her just plain Shirley. KT's the woman on stage. We're pretty gorgeous up there, too.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I clean up good.
Yeah.
People, I can run around all day long like this. You know, I stick a little cap on, and people come up to me, they go, "Are you with KT Oslin?" I go, "Yeah." "Or dying to see her." I go, "Well, all right." One guy the other day, he cracked me up. He'd seen me riding my bicycle, coming and going. I washed my hair outside of the bus, and then when I got all ready, I stepped down. He looked, he says, "Is that the same woman that's been coming and going on this bus all day?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "You're doing this?" He says, "All right."
One thing Oslin doesn't do is put any other women in her act. She remains the single focus of attention. It also means that when she travels, beginning with Vinny, it's with an overwhelmingly male entourage.
This is good. No, he was waving for me to come over and pose with 2 floozies he just picked up. It's hard at this age to keep your energy up on the road. It's very draining. You don't eat very well. You don't have a schedule, really. The guys, they're just real happy on the road. They can watch sports all day on the TV if they're sitting in the room. They can do whatever they want to do. I like my nest. I like my things.
That comes from being a star in your 40s instead of in your 20s.
Absolutely, absolutely. See, I've been rocking real hard in my 20s, and I'd been burnt up by the time I was 30.
Good boy. Good boy.
One of the good things about this, Oslin says, is that she'll now be remembered for something besides hemorrhoid commercials. Don't expect her to commit much further than that.
Come here.
Do you think you'll ever get married?
Sit down with me.
I don't think so.
Put your head down.
I don't think so. If I wanted to raise a family, I would get married, and I'm too old to do that. I dated actors, musicians, people in this business. They're all me-oriented, too. None of them turned and said, "You know, we must marry and have children." I think if I had met a man like that, I might have been talked into it.
Do you mind not having children?
No. I tell you, quite honestly, I think my father dying when I was young, it was hard on my mother to support 2 children. I did not want to take a chance on my ending up that way, because I don't think I would have done as good a job of it as she did. I wanted to be in show business. That's what I'm here for. I love performing. I love it. I love it. I sacrificed having a life to do it.
But I will swear that I love you forever. And when forever is over, I'm gonna be kind. I don't see any reason to leave a heart on broken and bleeding, especially when that bleeding heart might be mine. Just one day.
I'm the sister that moved away. Is what I am. I'm the sister from a little bitty ordinary town and an ordinary family who wasn't happy with that, and she moved off to the big city. But you know me. Everybody out there knows somebody like me. She's fun, she's loud, she's sweet, she's soft, she's hard. She's the entertainer.
She didn't say sacrifice having a life, Bob. She sacrificed what people consider the normal life, but she has a life. I want to ask you something. You know when she said I was in that bathrobe all day long and you know, I was in the depths of depression, what did it? I mean, a lot of people would have just stayed in that robe.
I think a lot of it was just that flash of anger at knowing that she had good material, being told that she had good material by record producers, and then being told at the end of that, you're just too old. I think that really motivated her to get out and prove them wrong.
She said, too old, I'm going to get up and do it. Well, more power to her. And she's right. She is somebody that we've all kind of known, the one who's made it. And she should be very proud of herself. Thank you.
Show starring Johnny Carson. This is Ed McMahon along with Tommy Newsom and the NBC Orchestra inviting you to join Johnny and his guests, Dudley Moore, the music of K.T. Oslin and comedian Wayne Cotter. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
Here is a very talented singer and songwriter. KT is not going to do one of her numbers. She's worked something out with the guys in the band, but she is going to be this is her current album. It is called Love in a Small Town, and she'll be appearing tomorrow night in Columbus, Ohio, Saturday night in Maryville, Indiana, and Sunday in Pine Knob, Michigan. Would you welcome KT Oslin? KT.
It's very clear our love is here to stay, not for a year, but ever and a day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know may just be passing fancies and in time may go. Going a long, long way. In time, the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble. They're only made of clay, but our love is here to stay. To stay together, we're going a long, long way. In time, the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble. They're only made of clay, but our love is here to stay. Yes, our love is here to stay.
KT Oslin. Good song. Our love is here to stay. Well, that's a great song. Great old standard.
That for you. You know, I was afraid you were going to retire and I'd never get to be on your show again.
Oh, no,
And
anytime.
I wanted to come out here and not sell something and hawk something of mine.
Well.
I just wanted to sing a song for you about love, about how much I love you.
Isn't that nice?
And so, and I got to sing with this illustrious band, which
And they are illustrious.
Never get
Yes, that's true. Their illustrations are all over the country. You'll be finding. We were talking about the good old standard songs like the one they played before, Rainy Day. We couldn't remember who did it. Cole Porter?
No, it wasn't.
Who wrote Rainy Day?
Jimmy Van Heusen.
Jimmy, you were right. Jimmy Van Heusen.
Thank you.
What? We took a shot at it. How are things in Nashville?
They're okay. There's a good joke floating around Nashville.
All right.
About country.
We could use one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you get when you play a country song backwards?
What do you get when you play a country song backwards? I don't know.
You get your truck back, your house back, your life back, and you sober up.
And you're back in jail. That's right. That's a funny joke.
It is a funny joke.
Yeah.
Now, of course, I can never go back there now after I've told that.
You're going to say something?
I was just going to say, do you have any more?
Oh.
Jokes?
Jokes, yes.
None of that I can tell on the air.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
Yeah. There's a joke going around Washington you might want to hear.
Yes, I'd love to hear it.
What weighs 400 pounds and eats peanuts?
Eats what?
Eats peanuts.
Oh, what?
John Sununu, flying coach. Well, I want to tell you, folks. And what did that get on the laugh meter, Kenny Delmar?
Kenny Delmar.
See, he's doing it again. You see over here, that camera is jiggling over there. When you get home, and home is Nashville.
Home is Nashville.
And when you're not on the road, what do you like to do for just fun? It has nothing to do with music or...
I sit out in my backyard and I watch
Good.
the birds and
Not too fast now.
I feed.
Nothing too racy, just...
Oh, this is pretty interesting. You can set
Well,
your
there's nothing
clock
wrong
about 8:45. I've got two little brown bats that come out.
Bats? You mean bats?
Yeah, bats.
I know, yeah.
And you get out there.
I go. That's a chicken.
And I get out there in the backyard, and we clap our hands and whistle, and they come swooping around your head, and
A lot of people,
things like that.
bats get a bad rap. They're really not dangerous.
They eat bugs by the ton. I welcome them. Come, bats, eat the bugs. And
Are there a lot of bugs where you come from?
Not anymore, because she's got these bats. There used to be.
Yeah.
There's a field out behind my house that I call Vietnam because it's like this jungle out there, and there's a lot of bugs out there.
Nice way to spend a lazy summer day.
Yeah.
Here come the bats. Okay. We'll be right back, won't we? Yes, we will. Okay, we just have time to, good to see you again.
Great to be here.
Thanks for coming. Stop by anytime, and good luck with the Comic Strip Live.
Thanks.
Let's have you here. KT, you're going to be tomorrow in Columbus, Ohio, Saturday night in Maryville, and Sunday in Pine Knob.
You bet.
And Dudley, where will you be tomorrow?
Well, I'll be at home.
Be at home. So we'll give you Dudley's address as you come out in the lobby. You just stop by tomorrow and say hi. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Great gig.
I enjoyed it.
Tomorrow night we have Susan Sarandon, who was agreed to come here. Well, you never know what their last name.
Lyle Lovett.
Lyle Lovett. Great music. And
Mr. B.
Don't tell me, Mr. Gary Pudney. Not Gary Pudney. Professor Gary. Professor Gary B. B. Professor.